Hello, and welcome to another MediaWorks Plus tutorial. This time I'm going to demonstrate a common use case, searching for calls, creating an incident from those calls, and exporting the calls to your computer. If a search tab isn't already open, use the File, New Tab menu and choose Search to create one. Now I will select a date that I want to search for calls, and I can select all resources by clicking on the Resources heading, or select specific resources in the list. Then click the Search button. Now I can see a list of calls that match my selection of dates and resources in both the call grid and in the timeline. A call record can be selected from the call grid by clicking on the specific call. Multiple calls in a row can be selected by holding down the Shift key and clicking on the second call record. Call records can be selected or deselected by holding the Control key and clicking on a call to toggle. Another way of selecting call records is by clicking on the call in the timeline area. Control clicking to toggle individual calls also works here. Plus, calls can be selected by drawing a box around the desired calls. As long as the box touches or surrounds a call, it will be selected. Once the calls are selected, you can add them to an incident by going to the Edit menu and choosing New Incident from Selected Records, using the hotkey Ctrl-Alt-I, or right-clicking on one of the selected calls and choosing New Incident from Selected Records. The selected calls are now in an incident. By using the timeline magnifying glass, I can zoom in to see the calls better. Now I would like to export all of the calls in this incident. At the top of the page, there is the Export Incident button. Export to File will create a zip archive file with all of the audio files inside it. Export to Data CD, DVD, Blu-ray will create an ISO disk image that can be burned to a disk with common disk burning software. The email option will create an email file that can be opened in Outlook or other email programs on your desktop, and a zip archive file containing the call records will be an email attachment. I'm going to choose the first option and export the call audio files to a zip archive that I can download from the NexLog recorder. I will name the export Incident 1 and then click the Export button. After some processing time, I am given the file incident1.zip, which I can save locally, and then click the Close button. In my local directory, I can open Incident 1 and see the individual files inside. Each file's name is a combination of the resource name, date, and time, as well as a number at the beginning of the file name that preserves the sort order from MediaWorks Plus. In other words, the order of files in the export always match what was seen in the MediaWorks Plus call grid. Thanks for watching this MediaWorks Plus tutorial.